So here we sit because what's happened here very specifically is my opponent Innocent here decided to use Nourish and draw 3 cards. However, there is a significant bug where, although he successfully resolved Nourish and continued to play, he's gotten at least 2 damage spells since then and hit my face with them. I wasn't recording that at that point, but it's already happened. Due to a specific bug with Nourish at the moment, the rope doesn't actually show up when he was attempting to pick his sides, at least on my end. So I'm stuck here. I can concede, but I've flat out already won. I'm just waiting for him to actually end his turn. He's here, certainly, but all I can really do is interact with the board and emote, and he's probably muted my emote. But yeah, we're just sitting here, waiting. I think the I wonder text line from Raphelion has played like 4 different times now. But yeah, we're gonna probably try and sit here and wait for things to actually happen. I apologize for the audio not playing for Hearthstone. I actually don't have my audio my my recording set up to actually capture on my device audio at the moment because, well, I don't actually ever need that because, right now I'm just using Camtasia specifically for audio mic recording for Rocket Rabbit. But here we sit. I'm pretty sure it's going slightly faster than it's supposed to by now. But yeah, this is definitely aggravating. Here I am attempting to get my dailies done, and then it was a close game. He was playing Jade Druid. I actually managed to beat out all of his Jades before he got to play Aya. Although he did ramp up into Aya pretty nicely. He just didn't get a chance to play it. He technically has 12 cards left in the deck because again, Nourish is already resolved. He's hit my face with 2 damage spells since then. I've seen him do it. Um, but yeah, I'm waiting, and I would like to say it was due to a disconnect, but I was actually having this on. I had like internet radio on while I was, playing around, so I know I haven't actually disconnected yet. Um, I'm gonna report this at probably the bug forums. Um, I don't exactly know if I can actually put up videos on the bug forums. I mean, I certainly don't have enough recognition there to do this, but I'm definitely going to do it. But until then, we're just waiting. This will give me a chance to actually finally figure out where the hell the speed up button is on my video editing software, which is Camtasia. I really like Kobolds and Catacombs, though. To be to be honest, Kobolds and Catacombs is a great expansion strictly because of Dungeon Run. Ranked mode, although post nerf, is almost exactly the same as it was pre nerf. The only major difference is as I'm seeing Kingslayer Rogue way more often, which is something that I don't know how to beat, and that's my problem. It's not that Kingsblade Rogue is especially super powerful. It's kind of powerful, being able to have a 7/3 weapon at all times with lifesteal and poisonous is pretty damn nice. And then being able to go into stealth Valera for additional armor and then duplication stuff. It's pretty cool. Um, I fucking love this. I actually crafted this, and I'm so glad that I did. I really am glad that I crafted Blood Reaver Gul'dan, because my favorite class in the game is easily Warlock. I mean, I love me some Hunter, and I thought that going in that I would actually really like Druid, but I can't play Druid for shit, man. I personally really love ramping into giant minions in Magic, but in Hearthstone, ramping in the giant minions doesn't work because every class is dedicated to removal. Hello, person that I don't actually know. That's another thing. I've been adding a bunch of people onto my friends list strictly so that when I ever get the spectate quest, I actually have people to spectate because, I'm pretty much the only one in my group of friends that actually still plays Hearthstone. I would use this time to actually complain about how expensive the game actually is, but I haven't actually spent money on it. I've got really lucky and managed to pack a golden bone mare, and I crafted a Blood Reaver Gul'dan. I think I crafted like I have crafted all of the commons for Hunter and Warlock since the game came out, and I'm not sure if that's entirely true. I don't think I did the ones for TGT or Mean Streets, but again, it wasn't that expansions were coming out too often. It's that getting getting dust is way too goddamn slow. But I recently packed myself Lord Jaraxxus. I want to put him into this thing. I really do. I don't think he fits though. He's a great late game card, certainly, but he's not a card that this deck specifically really wants to run. I'm honestly running a more mid-range tempo oriented warlock where I have my early aggro options, and then I can transition into mid game, and then I've got about 4 or 5 turns of late game stuff in here, specifically Bonewares and Abyssal Enforcers. And after that, yeah, I run out of resources. It's why Blood Reaver Gul'dan really helps out, because once they've actually removed my Despicable Dreadlords and Abyssal Enforcers, I can get them back. They've got huge bodies, and they can, just run into face for like 30 damage after that. It's honestly a pretty great finisher. I would run Doom Guards in here, but I value the individual cards in my deck a bit too highly in order for Doom Guards to really work. And the whole reason I'm not running Cube is, one, I think Carnivorous Cube is kind of disgustingly broken when it comes to that, and I personally think that charge minions in general need a significant nerf, where charge is a battle cry as opposed to its own keyword. Charge as a battle cry still actually enables a lot of really cool stuff with charging minions like Leroy, Stone Tusk, and Wolf Rider, but it makes the cube stuff significantly less viable, and that would be honestly a pretty good change all in all. Whereas at the moment, charge in particular doesn't really have a downside. I mean, the minions that have charge don't usually have all that much health. The exception, of course, being Doomguard, who not only has a shit ton of health, but a decent amount of attack for his mana cost, and it trades us off by being a discard too. Well, Disco Lock was a thing. As much as people are gonna hate me for this, I am gonna miss Disco Lock being a real thing with Malchezaar's Imp going away. Disco Lock didn't ever actually work, but the 3.5 games that it actually did work, it was fucking amazing to play. It was steamrolly as shit, though. You pretty much had to open up Malchezaar's Imp and Soulfire, but if you did open up Malchezaar's Imp and Soulfire, you just went. Uh, Alright, we'll keep recording for about another 3 minutes. What else can I ramble on? Oh, StarCraft 2 just had a patch drop today. It's interesting that there's a bunch of minor bug fixes. I didn't notice much for Vorazun, which is my main in co-op. And honestly, I love playing Vorazun in co-ops simply because she's the only co-op commander that gets Void Rays, which are easily the best goddamn unit in the game, and I will hear no argument otherwise. Well, I will. I'll just disagree with you until all of your cows come home, and you have cows that are coming home. You just aren't aware of their presence yet. Void Rays are so awesome. Trying to stay back on our Hearthstone topic, I want to know what makes Token Paladin work, because I've got a majority of the pieces that Token Paladin is using. I think the main thing that I'm missing is Silverhand Lion, but Silverhand Lion's not really all that. I think Silverhand Lion's an epic, so if I really wanted to craft that, I could. I'm pretty sure I can craft Lost in the Jungle with it being a common and Standing Against Darkness, but I don't understand what really makes it work. If it's just Spike Ridge, then I'm boned, because I'm not crafting Spike Ridge. Spike Ridge is a fucking terribly broken card. Oh yes, I would like an additional 512 on any minion that I have with double taunt. That would be super awesome. Thank you indeed. What's the reason? What's the concept behind specifically Linares is it Lanessa? Lanessa Sunsorrow, the new paladin legendary from Kobolds. As as a 1/1/7 drop, as she's honestly seems like it's more there to screw with Evolve Shaman, which is interesting because at 7, there's not really all that many sixes that Shaman's running right now. That Evolve Shaman's running right now. I mean, Doppelgangster is a 5, and that goes into 6. But on 7, I really don't think that she is appropriately statted. Honestly, her battle cry is absolutely amazing if you're running that deck, but if you're running that deck, she isn't actually your boss, and neither is Galvadon. Any one of your minions can easily turn into a boss there. It feels a lot like the Sunsorrow Paladin is pretty much just Divine Spirit Priest with a much later win con, whereas Divine Spirit Priest wins on turn 5, Sunsorrow Paladin wins on turn 9 usually, and even then it's less consistent than it should be. As you can see, I haven't disconnected yet, and the rope just flat out isn't showing up. I'm not entirely sure if he is officially gone yet. I assume that he's moved on to his to another game by now. But but yeah. With that, I think I'm done recording now. Please attempt to fix this. This is the first time I've personally run into it, but given the username, I'm pretty sure this is actually a very exploitable bug at the moment. All right, guys, be safe.